Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher Circus. Today we're going to be playing against MrMeetUrDoom, and he's going to be bringing the Bonk Vestal, and I'm going to be bringing the Rank 1 finale team, so we're both memeing around, we're both going to have a jolly good time. I am bringing I don't really know what this is, it's kind of a mix and match between WD and Halo, but the idea is I'm going to get a finale round 1, and I don't care who I get it on, I'm just going to get it on. Unfortunately, I do a min roll on that Crusader, so we're gonna need an Arbalest crit here. This Abomination is bringing the net and the Brass Knuckle, so he has more accuracy and more damage. This Arbalest is gonna have the Piercing Coral, so we just get through all that nasty protection, and we can get the Eagle Eye Talisman to have even more accuracy and more damage. That's the idea here. Hopefully, he doesn't go for a patch up on that Crusader. I would not enjoy to see that, honestly. He's gonna go for a stun on my Abomination. Oh, you sweet summer child. We min roll again. Okay, that's really bad. That's really bad. That means the Crusader, I mean, he's not half HP, but that means we're gonna have a pretty hard time getting the kill here, because considering that he does have Musketeer with double healing trinkets, he's gonna be healing for potentially like 15 right now. So that's not too good. We're gonna drop a sniper shot. Okay, that's the crit we wanted to see. But he's just gonna heal that away, and there's no way in hell I'm gonna do enough with a finale here. Because, you know, having like 6 to 11 base, that is literally the finale damage we're gonna do. And what? He's not gonna go for it? Oh, you mad person. You absolute mad person. He's gonna go for that Hand of Light. You know what? I don't care. Even though I have a 60% death blow chance, I'm just gonna do this. That's gonna be a finale. That's gonna be that Crusader gone. I don't care for a 15 heal right now. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna enjoy myself. That's gonna be the Crusader gone. You know, no complaints, no regrets. Just get him out of here before he gets a crit heal for 30 or something with that Musketeer, because I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. You know, double healing trinkets. It's totally sus, but man, sometimes it's actually good. Okay, he has a stun on us. He no longer has a stun on us. He had a daze on us. He no longer has a daze on us. Though keep in mind that this Jester has minus 45 dodge right now, so supposedly my dodgiest character is down a lot. He's down hard. Though I guess the next best thing is 5 dodge, so he doesn't really need that accuracy, honestly. He's gonna go for the Duelist Advance. Oh, that's a big roll. I guess he does have Vendetta to go with that. I kind of don't want to stun his Vestal. Not because I don't think it's the best play, but because I don't want to see her stunned. I want her to play and do some funny, you know, I want her to do some funny Vestal things. Unfortunately for myself. I'm gonna go for a D-transform here, and I'm gonna go for a stun that Fireman, even though that's a very risky play. His chance of actually doing 16 damage isn't that good. And then he does it, so that is going to be a stun. That is going to be a very risky Abomination down to 0. He has plus Death Blow, Dealt Chance, melee skills with that Vestal. He's going to go for it. He doesn't get the Death Blow, fortunately for us. Gets a double daze going, though. That is a double daze. And now we're going to apply Zell's Accusation, hopefully do some nice damage. That's a 9 and a 12. 12 damage on a Highman. That's a lot. That's 1/3 of his HP gone. And potentially with the Dex Stab, if we get a good damage roll, that's going to be that time I'm not feeling too good at all. So we are going to drop a Dex Stab on him. We don't have a miss chance because of that finisher. It's giving us some very nice, some very decent accuracy. And right now we're going to just drop another Zell's Accusation. He's going to click that stun. He's going to get his riposte back, actually. Good play by him. And should I go for this or should I go for a Stunning Blow? Stunning Blow is only 50-50 and this does extra damage. So let's just do that. Ouch! Ouch, that's a crit 17. Where's my protection at, bro? I have protection. Why does it not work? Always bring protection, kids, don't forget that. Now he's gonna go for that healing, and I'm gonna have to drop a sniper shot and eat another riposte for it. See, I told you, 16 heal. And he didn't even have that plus healing received that he has now. That is wild. That is just totally wild. Totally wild. Let's see if we still do enough. 12 to 21. Okay, fortunately we do. We eat another riposte for 12. Keep in mind that he's riposting for this crazy amount while at this store, so that Vendetta buff is pretty much gone. And he's still doing these crazy rolls. That is kind of insane. He's gonna go for a Hand of Light, doing 12 damage. That is wild. That is wild. We are wilding out here, guys. But we're gonna drop that Dex Stab, and that's gonna be the Highwayman gone. and now it's all down to this Vestal and the Musketeer. I mean, the Musketeer is gonna hyper heal the Vestal, and the Vestal's already at plus 70% damage, so maybe she does a good job. Maybe she does a very good job. Okay, he's gonna go for that sniper shot. That's gonna be my that's gonna be my Jester down to 0. I mean, the best play here is obviously to just go Stunning Blow. That's gonna be the Vestal's action gone. Oh, 25% stun res. He got the 5%. He got the 5%. There's no way. There's no way. Does he get the death blow? Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't get the death blow. Are you kidding me? I am disappointed. I am disappointed. You know what? He deserves that death blow. I'm gonna let him get it. He deserves that death blow, honestly, man. I'm still gonna do the X-Snap, but he deserves that death blow. He resisted the 5% stun, and he doesn't get the death blow even with the plus death blow, you know, dealt melee chance skills. Nah, you deserve that. You deserve that. Yeah, there you go. Get wrecked, Chester. You deserve dying for that one. You did not play as you should. We're just gonna do this, get that affliction going. It's not enough. It's not enough of the affliction, but it's fine. You know, once the affliction rolls in, that means that there's gonna be no more 5% stun resistances, so that's what we're hoping for here. There's gonna be a patch up for 14, so not a 16, but still a 14. That's still a pretty big amount. That's going to be a sniper shot, 12 to 21 damage, quite good, even without a mark, and the crit chance is gnarly good. 26% crit chance with this Arbalist, even without mark synergy, she just does so much damage. Look at that sniper shot mod, 25% damage mod, 9% crit mod, even without the marked stuff, it's still rolling for a bunch. That's actually 13, okay, that's a bit wild. We're just gonna drop another shot on that Musketeer. That's gonna be her down to 0, now she's gonna have to start healing herself. And keep in mind, once she goes to position 2, your healing is gone, buddy. It is gone, so, and then we can just start going for the Zealous Accusation. It's absolutely wrecking both of those characters. He's gonna drop a named shot, doesn't even roll for enough. And now we can, we're gonna go for a stun here actually. We're just gonna go for a stun, get that Vestal out of the picture momentarily. And then potentially once the Abomination Corpse goes away, and the Hireman Corpse as well, we're just gonna drop a Bola, and that's gonna drop her down to 0, get her afflicted, and overall just give us a very good time. That's a buckshot for 2 damage actually. How does a buckshot roll for 2? I genuinely don't know. I guess he is at the store, and I do have that 15% prot as the Crusader. So that is a good situation for us. Buckshot rolling for 2, jeez, that's how you run the mini ball. But yeah, now we get to just go for the 40. Oh, she lives despite the odds. Alright. I see how it is. Okay, this, he could still win this, actually. He could still win this. If he gets a knockback right now, yeah, that's a crit for 6. That's more like it. I'd say. If he gets that knockback right now and I don't go for a heal, this could be really bad for him, but I'm gonna go for a heal here. That's a crit for 12. Come on, Crusade, why do you have to be so busted? Why do you have to be so busted, Mr. Crusader? He might still have a killing shot though, because he does go first next round, so he is gonna be able to maybe oof my Crusader here if he gets a chance to do that. Okay, that's gonna be the Musketeer gone, and that's gonna be an affliction as well. Come on, go abusive. Oh, plus, okay. Okay, that's not so good. That is not so good for him, but it could be worse. He could go fearful. Oh, he hits himself at that store. Hits himself to that store. I mean, he might get the kill shot right now though on my Crusader. He doesn't get it. Why do you not have the finisher? I mean, why is Bonk Vestal so bad, honestly? I mean, if this was like plus 30% death blow, dealt chance melee skills, that would be cool. I'm not even gonna go for a heal, screw this Crusader, we're just gonna go for the killing shot. If he dies, he dies. You know, that Vestal deserves all the love she can get, and if she can survive these death blows, then she's worthy of getting a kill on my Crusader. Now, the thing is, could he still win this? Technically, there's a chance. If he gets the kill right now, he doesn't. Why don't you just kill the Crusader? If he got that kill right there with the Mace Bash, and then I failed to get this 45, he could perma-stun me for like a couple of rounds, you know, maybe like 5 rounds, and then he could stop dropping Mace Bash. Nah, he couldn't win. He couldn't win either way. We're just gonna drop the stunning blow, because eventually I would resist the stun, or he'd go to position 1. Yeah, it was all over for MrMeetUrDoom, but hope you guys enjoyed the match, and let's bounce on to the next one. And here we go. We are playing against MrMeetUrDoom once again, and it looks like he's bringing... Oh, this is interesting. This is a blast from the past. So it's a stress team, but the Crusader has both Sacred Blade and Rite of Execution. So this is something that is that used to be like really common way back in the day, because people didn't like, people always ran Crusader with Sacred Blade, Rite of Execution. Like, it didn't matter if he was in a damage team, didn't matter if he was in a stress team. They always ran this exact setup. So kind of interesting to see that actually make a return here for MrMeetUrDoom. I guess that does come to show that he's been around for a very long time. Now, even though he doesn't have a lot of dodge, I'm still gonna drop this Metal Belt, because the team I'm playing here doesn't really have a lot of accuracy. It really needs those accuracy buffs, because especially considering if he did have a Bolster, which he actually doesn't have Bolster on that Man Arms, but if he did, I would really make use of that accuracy, because, you know, 90 base accuracy Festering Vapors, 85 base accuracy Shield Breakers, Adder's Kiss, and then there's Flagellant with like 85 on Exsanguinate. You definitely need that Battle Belt. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it. That Bellow, ooh, 16 and 17 stress, that is kind of wild. But it's not the end of the world. We could go for a Puncture on the Man Arms and then a Puncture on the Occultist. Or I could drop an Adder's Kiss on that Crusader. Both are reasonable, actually. Both are reasonable. I wonder which I should go for, actually. Would he care that much if I drop him all the way to the back? I mean, he would still transform, he would still do Stealth Accusation once, and then maybe a Holy Lance, which would actually still be kind of nice for him. I'm just gonna drop another Skiss on that Crusader. It means that he's gonna be taking a bunch of DOT. You know, no point going for a Puncture here. I mean, it could even fail, it's only a 75, and it would do pretty much like meaningless amounts of damage. So we're just gonna do that, we're just gonna enjoy it and have a good time. So he's gonna go for that Horror, of course, even though I have a very decent amount of dodge. I can't dodge the Horror from Transformation. That's kind of one of the most arbitrary moves in the Circus, is that A-Bomb transforms, everyone needs Horror. It doesn't matter if you have 200 dodge, which you can't get, but it doesn't matter if you have the most amount of dodge in the Circus, you will not be able to not take that Horror. So wow, that is a lot of Horror actually being stacked with that Abyssal Artillery as well. So this is not a great situation for us. One thing that is great though is that he actually failed to get that knockback. So first things first, we're gonna go for Festering Vapors, because it's gonna apply DOT a little faster to that Crusader. So I want him to take DOT in round 1 rather than in round 2, because I want his entire team to melt as quickly as possible. This is a matchup between damage over time and a stress team, so we want his team to melt as quickly as possible. So one thing that's quite bad here is that, wow, I resist the stun as well. That is wild. My Flagellant is wilding out here without the exotic snuff. You don't need snuff. One thing that is kind of bad here is because I do have this this Antiquarian without the Nervous Stab once again. If he does have some protection and he starts stacking bow debuffs, I will be unable to do damage. Once again, I mean, there's a guy in the comments that every match I do, he goes, Shep, you should have Nervous Stab on your Antiquarian for these exact situations. And every time I'm like, yeah, you're right, I should really have it. It could be way more useful than Force Guard in this specific situation. And then I just forget to bring it, because it's kind of rare that you'd make use of it. However, I really like to see the Train of Sorrows failing the double bleed, but I guess I can't complain because he failed the stun and the push, so I mean, don't complain, Shep. You're lucky enough that you got the Train of Sorrows through, and now we get the bleed and the blight on both characters, so that's his Occultist essentially melting. That's his Man at Arms essentially melting, that's the Crusader melting. The only thing that's left is a nice punish on the Abomination. That's his entire team essentially falling down to 0 HP, which we just love to see. And our team, what you're gonna have to do is essentially stay alive in the meanwhile, and potentially drop a finale on that A-Bomb before he gets his second transformation off. That is the plan, that is the hope, that is the dream, and that's what we're gonna go for. I don't think I'm still taking enough horror with that. I could go for the immediate Festering Vapors, or I could go for an immediate Captivate on that Crusader, just to force him to pick the Abomination first, and I believe I will. I'm just gonna do this, I'm gonna make him take even more Blight, so that's the Crusader just absolutely getting destroyed right here with all those Blights, because that's a Captivate and another Skiss. Typically I run Expose, but today I wanted to stay a little bit more truthful to the original team that was made by Winterbliss. I wanted to stay a little bit more truthful because Winterbliss does run Captivate, does run both Hemlocks, and yeah, that's kind of just what we're going for. Now that is a lot of damage, but that is not a kill. That is not me at 0 HP, so I am still reasonably fine with this, reasonably. I am debating going for Rejuvenating Vapors just so I don't suffer the fate of the like 25 or 35% death row. As much as I'd love Festering Vapors, I feel like this is going to be the best play. Just so my Jester doesn't arbitrarily die from a death row, I would rather have him die from Heart Attack, which is still ages away, than just dying from a lucky death blow here. That is a very risky stunning blow, MrMeetUrDoom, so that's kind of what was wrong with the whole idea of having always a Generalist Crusader in every team. Essentially this ended up being replaced by Men-at-Arms having command, going command, and then having the Crusader just specialize on going Zealous Acquisition, being a tanky mofo with that Pit Fighter's Helm. That's essentially what it turned into, and that is a good reason for it, the reason being that Generalist Crusader is Generalist, and being Generalist is sometimes good. But it also has the downside of being generalist, so it's not really doing perfectly for every situation. So round 1 he failed that stun, he hasn't been using that Zealous Accusation, and it's really not working out too perfectly for him. Though that is going to be a very strong push on my Jester. That's the Jester feeling kind of sad that now he's in position for all helpless, all alone. However, it doesn't have to be this way forever. Who goes first? He does actually. He does go first, actually. Could still go to position 1 here, maybe position 2. Does it really make a difference? Does it really make a difference which position I go for? It does, because the Demon's Pool could actually threaten me here. So I'm going to move to position 2. With this Jester, I am not going to buff up my Finale with that, but I still believe that 2 Finale buffs is honestly enough here, because that Abomination is going to eat either a Punish or, you know, just another Festering Vapors. Oh, he goes for it immediately, actually. He goes for it immediately. Okay, we don't actually mind all that much. We actually don't mind. I am going to use my finishing character first here, because I want that Crusader to fall down to 0, and he's not quite falling down to 0, and I want to make him fall down to 0 with that. Masochistic Antiquarian, good job! Masochistic Antiquarian with Finisher, by the way, so that is a perfect setup. At least it's not fearful, so it doesn't have minus damage, so that means we can still do damage to the enemy characters if we aren't Bellow debuffed to Oblivion. So I am complaining, but it could be a lot worse. I'd much rather have a Masochistic in this situation than I'd have a Fearful or a Paranoid, just reducing our damage infinitely and essentially being unable to get kills through Festering Vapors. Or through the Antiquarian, actually. He's gonna go for a Rampart, he gets the push! Oh, you madman, things are actually working out well for him. Okay, I can go for another Skiss here, and I do believe that is what I'm gonna go for, right? Oh, 7 to 12, I like that. That's gonna be a 9, and a Blight as well. We get the Blight on an Abomination, so Shieldbreaker doesn't actually have any Blight chance trinkets, so her Blights are a little bit unreliable. She typically has to go for characters like the Men-at-Arms and the Crusader that have really low Blight resistances, so she's more reliable on that. But yeah, that Holy Lens is gonna miss. I mean, he has minus 10 accuracy, I still have the Monkey's Ball, that's just expectable, honestly, at this point. Antiquarian says no. That is really bad here. That is actually really bad, because by going into position 2, what's going to happen is if I do want to move the Jester forwards, I'm going to have a hard time here. I'm definitely going to have to go take cover into a Dix, have something of the likes, because this is not looking too good. I would like to have Expose at this point to maybe go Expose into take cover, but it's still not the end of the world. But he's definitely going to go for a stun right now. It's a great play. It's confirmed to hit, confirmed to stun, and it's going to remove my Antiquarian's action, which is my most important action, arguably, at this point. So he's just going to go for it, as he should, honestly. But that Crusader is down to 0, so we're just going to start rolling for those death blows. Unfortunately, without a finishing character, I would love to have my Antiquarian action right here, but unfortunately she managed to put herself in position 1 somehow, because she moved forward and she got pulled, I guess. So, I mean, did she get pulled, actually? Did she? Wasn't the Shieldbreaker the one who got pulled? I guess maybe she got pulled as well. That is a possibility, actually. Yeah, that is going to be a heal for 23? He healed for 23? Oh, you mad person. That's almost a max heal. Okay. Well, that's not too good for us, actually. That is not too good. Well, in that case, I'm just going to click this Antiquarian and just chill for a minute. because I would like my Shieldbreaker to have a killing shot on someone, so you have to see these killing shots as essentially like 25% chances of progressing your match so much that you can force a massive snowball here. Even though our only finishing character is this Antiquarian, it's still decent. We do manage to resist that Pelo debuff, because that Man at Arms doesn't have any debuff trinkets, he only has stress. So that could come in very, very handy, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not afflicted, so I don't really have a chance of moving back or something of the likes. I could drop a puncture on that occultist or something like that, I suppose. I could just move forward, but if I move forward, I'm gonna have to move forward again, so yeah, it's not looking great. I'm just gonna go for a puncture on that occultist and just gonna go for death blow on him. Because if we get that occultist out of the picture, Slot Machine would be out of the picture, as well as the massive horror machine with that Abyssal Artillery and Demon Spool. So if you just get the cultist out of here with a Dirk Stab Deathblow, this is a fine situation for us, totally fine. He does have another transformation, so if he doesn't go for an Absolution, I would go for the Dirk Stab on the A-Bomb, because we don't want him to get the second transformation off. I am considering just going for a move here, because he would be unable to stop a finale on this A-Bomb. The only way he could do it is by going guard, but by then it would be too late actually. It would be too late because I'm abusive. I'm abusive, so I'm definitely gonna do 13 damage. But even if he goes for that, even if he goes for guard, just go for a puncture and he's screwed. Because he can still pull, but since I'm in position 1, he can't pull behind enough. The Crusader can't go for a stun. And the Abomination can't go for manacles or a slam because he stays, right? So this is a fine situation for us. What you could go for is a weird reconstruction on that Abomination and potentially just heal for enough so I don't drop a finale. That is an idea, but it could also totally just backfire. He's gonna go for that Demon Spool. That's not gonna save him. It's gonna do some horror. True, it is gonna do some horror, but what's gonna happen here is just... yeah, I did actually have a chance of not doing enough, but we just get that trusty 25% crit chance, and that's that Abomination destroyed. And we are just going to move forward and potentially just get a death blow on this occultist quite soon, because the Antiquarian does have a reaction. For the moment, I do believe he's going to go Stunning Blow, though maybe a Zealous would actually be better here. If he does go Zealous... oh, he moves forward with the Rampart. No, why do you do that? Why do you do that? I'm saying that actually in his favor, because he needs every Zealous he can get right now. Because a Zealous crit on my Antiquarian would immediately kill her, I believe. Maybe not with Sacred Blade, because it doesn't have any extra stress, but a Zealous crit could potentially just immediately kill her. So I'm quite surprised he didn't go for something like that. I'm gonna go for the Festering Vapors. It's gonna be a 50-50 of getting that death blow, so I'm just gonna roll for it. 50-50, and we get it. Of course, having the Antiquarian is the only finishing character. Having the Antiquarian as the only finishing character means that it is quite imperative that you keep her alive. So that is what we're gonna try to what we're gonna be trying to do. So we're gonna be moving forward with both our Flagellant and our Shieldbreaker, and just pushing her back to the back, just keeping her alive. But at this point, honestly, keep in mind that the team is a little bit squishy, of course. You know, between the Antiquarian and the Chester, they're definitely quite squishy. The Shieldbreaker does have the dodge vouching for her, but the others are a little bit squishy. The thing is, there's a Flagellant in position 1. I'm not gonna try fooling you guys. There is a Flagellant in position 1, and Flagellant hasn't even used one of his healing skills, and he has Gauntlet of Absolution. So I would be totally insane if I would say that my opponent still has a decent winning chance here, especially if you keep spamming those how do you call it, those ramparts, because it is a good ability for repositioning and depositioning, and as well as dazing, but it is not a good ability when you have to focus on getting that Zealous kill. So I'm gonna have to disagree with those plays in general. I'm just gonna start dropping punishes, because even how many Zealouses would it take for him to take down my Flagellant? Because every Zealous he's doing like 23 stress minus 10, so every Zealous he's doing like slightly more than 10 stress, and the damage you'd be doing is, you know, existent, but I'm healing for like 3 times the damage he's doing. So this is just absolutely horrible for him, because that's going to be a Captivate on the Crusader, that's going to be a Dirk Stab coming down, that's going to be a Festering Vapors coming down, and this is just going to be... essentially game over for MrMeetUrDoom. He's even gonna get an affliction on top of it. Goes masochistic, this man-at-arms. He wants to end this match faster. He wants to end it faster, it would seem. And we go mark on ourselves, but I don't believe that is gonna stop the death blow, so that's just gonna be man-at-arms gone. So GG, MrMeetUrDoom, and let's bounce on to the next match. Alright, and here we are in match number 3, and we're going to be bringing it once again against MrMeetUrDoom, and it looks like they are having the double AoE team here, as well as that Flagellant going for that Reign of Sorrows and the Abomination, so this is going to be kind of an all-over-the-place setup, honestly. And we're gonna have potentially a hard time dealing with it, but we're gonna be bringing the WD team, except we have Musketeer, so it's gonna be kind of a different setup that I've been experimenting with. And I've been experimenting with means I'm trying it right now. You know, it's definitely not battle tested yet. It's factory new, I'd say, and we're gonna be seeing if the Musketeer can be a good replacement for the Arbalest. And why is that? Because the Musketeer has an ability that the Arbalest doesn't have, which is the ranging shot. So instead of being able to clear debuffs and stuns and marks and dazes and all that, which is definitely wonderful, we are gonna have plus accuracy and a bit of an anti-stress move, which is potentially really good because the WD team definitely needs accuracy. So I'm kind of surprised I didn't think of it earlier, you know, to go for kind of a setup like this. But we are going to be going for it now. So he drops the Train of Sorrows, he gets both bleeds actually. Kind of unfortunate because I do have some very nice bleed resistance here in the backline. It's 35-35, but I guess it just comes down. So it is understandable. I mean, the bleed resistances aren't the greatest, so it is what it is. It's actually going to be a takeover from the Antiquarian, so he's just gonna... Interesting, he's just gonna let that Abomination actually do his thing, apparently. Well, I don't want him to do his thing too comfortably now, do I? Thing is, that Flagellant is stunned for the entirety of the next round. That Antiquarian is not dropping a regen just yet. I'm gonna go for this. We roll for pretty much min-roll. That is unfortunate because I wanted to go Rage and potentially just knock the Flagellant out real quick. But considering that we're gonna min-roll, it means our Rage is not too likely to do enough damage because I'm pretty sure it does like 12 to 23, maybe 12 to 11, no, 12 to 11, jeez, 12 to 21, but potentially with a crit, you know, or a high damage roll, this could still be fine, but that's a misplay. He's gonna drop my Crusader to the back, but that is gonna allow me to go Buckshot, which is gonna give me exactly what I need, which is just enough damage on that Flagellant that a good move here is going to drop him down to 0. Not to mention that aimed shot is going to drop that Abomination down to 0 whenever I get the chance to go for that. So he's going to go for the immediate rejuvenating vapor, so definitely a good play by my opponent here, definitely a good play. But I am going to respond to it with crap. I actually don't have all the tools I need to respond to it. Because he does get to go first next round as well. This is so annoying. I really hate it when my opponent goes first, but it just happens all too often. I am unable to hit that Flagellant at this point, so I am gonna have to go for the kill on the Abomination. And to go for the kill on the Abomination, I'm gonna go for the immediate aim shot. And that is the plan. There's a hope, there's a dream. We're gonna drop that. Hey, nice crit for 26. Totally overkill, but I'd rather get a crit for 26 than a roll for like 11. So we're just gonna get that. He's gonna regen out of it. He's gonna go detransform stun, maybe detransform bile, maybe slam. Actually, he might go slam. Yeah, he's a mad person. Oh, that's a crit for 22. That's a knockback as well. Okay, that is disgusting. That is actually disgusting. I guess that. Oh, I do still have caltrops, so I have a decent shot of actually just getting things done here, getting things reasonably well done. And what should I go for? Should I go for a stun on that A-bomb, or should I not really? Thing is, I am gonna have to go for a killing shot this round, because since I go second, that means I'm never gonna have things going my way. Never gonna have things going my way, but we're just gonna have to roll with it. I'm gonna have to hope that Caltrops, you know, the 50-50 gets the death blow here. That is literally what I'm gonna have to hope for. And I hate to have to rely on something like that, but it is what I'm gonna have to do. He's probably just gonna drop a Hound's Heavy here. That is gonna drop me down to 0, because that crit for 22, my man. You know, my crit for 26 was unnecessary, but his crit for 22 definitely wasn't. Okay, we are gonna drop the Caltrops here. It's not gonna do 0 damage at least, so we're gonna go for it. Oh, we get the 50-50 death blow. So okay, that's good. That's good that we got the 50-50 death blow. But not all is won, because now we have to knock that Flagellant down to the back with the slam, and we need to survive the onslaught of AoE that's about to come, because it is about to come. It's gonna clamp down hard on our characters, because this Abomination is pretty much dead for this world. I mean, a couple Harrys and Festering Papers and he's gone. Might not even take a couple, might just take a well-placed, easy death blow shot, and it's gonna be all over for us. So Flagellant healing, it would seem. If he moves forward, that would be a massive mistake. So now he's gonna go for that redeem, heals himself for 24. Heals himself for 24. And there's a couple things we can do. There's definitely a couple things we can do. And first thing I'm gonna do is gonna be a stun on this Houndmaster. So we're just gonna get his action out of the way. We're gonna do some decent damage. And pretty much just bounce back and potentially get a good situation here going for us, because, you know, getting a kill on the A-bomb took a while. It took all the way to the end of round 2, and that's a 25 death blow. Oh, that's what we were fearing, and it is exactly what happened. So that's our finishing character gone, which is horrendous to have our finishing character gone with the WD. But we can still bounce back. There is hope in this world. There is justice in this world as well. Okay. What should be done here? Well, I definitely want her to go last, actually. I definitely want her to go last. I could just drop a rage. I could drop a stun on that Flage as well. A stun on the Flage would actually be worth it here, potentially, I'd say. Let's just go for a stun on him. It has a decent chance of success. I believe it's a 65, and it fails. Unfortunately, I mean, he got that 25 death, but I'm so pissed about that. I am really pissed about that, because I didn't even manage to get a mark off, but he is dazed, actually. So 13 to 22. There is no justice in this world. And the thing is, my Abomination is dazed now as well, so I can't even just roll for the stun again. Wonderful. And we don't have a finishing character anymore, so... And that's more crits, because Antiquarian loves getting her crits, doesn't she? She really likes getting those crits. We're still unafflicted for now. And we definitely want to stay that way, but that's easier said than done, Shep. We're gonna roll for a 50-50 stun on this Houndmaster. I definitely don't like to have to roll for 50-50s, but there's nothing else for me to... That would be better for me to do right here. So we're gonna roll for that. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get it, but that regen is going away soon. That is gonna be one affliction coming down. Give me... Selfish, I guess. I guess it could be worse, but Selfish does have a pass chance, does have a chance of doing a lot of bad things, actually. Yeah, he's not taking enough, so I could potentially get a death blow on that Houndmaster. I'm gonna... I guess it's an average roll, I can't really complain too much about it. He's probably gonna move forward now, I'd say. That is so risky. Oh, that is so risky. Why didn't I get to go first? Why is my bounty hunter dead? What is going on? Okay. Going for a stun right here is gonna be less than a 50-50 of working. So I'm thinking of just going for a slam instead. He's still gonna have minus healing skills. But if I don't get this stun, do I really have a winning shot? Yeah, I mean, even if I get this stun, my winning shot is reduced, I'd say. Transform Slam isn't working. Transform Slam could work, because then I will slam the dog, right? Please. Ah, just barely. Okay, just barely got that action. That is gonna drop him down to 0. Again, I always go second. And I don't have a bounty hunter anymore, so... that's the modus operandi of this team kind of gone to the wind, because that's essentially what you want to rely on. You want to rely on going first, and also rely on getting the bounty hunter to go through and pull through with a nice death blow. He goes for... okay, he goes for kind of a preemptive heal right there. I'm not sure that was the best play for him, actually. I am not too sure about that. We are still unafflicted with this Crusader. So we're just gonna drop a stunning blow on that Hound Monster once again. It's gonna be his action. Gone to the winds. And we're just gonna see if we can potentially just get a death blow here. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to rely on getting a 25. So let's just see if that works. Okay, and I'm definitely gonna have to rely on dodging all the 25s. Come on, Virtue. Masochistic, that's a really bad one to get when your character is this low on HP. I am selfish. Selfish is minus damage. Death's Door is minus damage. Is there a world where I roll for 16? There is, with a rage. There is a world where I roll for 16. Come on, rage. Oh, that's a crit. That's a crit. Please give me a 20% death blow chance. And if it fails, give me the 35 that's gonna come next round. Please, he's dazed. I can get it, I can do it. Yeah, I can definitely kill this Flagellant if I don't get too unlucky. Because he's gonna have a hard time just saving himself, because he doesn't have regen on at the moment. He's definitely gonna Rejuvenating Vapors, but he doesn't have regen on at the moment. So this could be nice for us. Yeah, he's gonna go Hanseri first. Good play. Is that a death blow? Okay, no death blow, but a crit though. Oh, the stress from those crits is just it's too much. It's too much. I need to be faster. Come on, 35. Let's not get it. No, that is not how the cookie crumbles. I needed like a crit 35 kill, and then go de-transform, stun on the Antiquarian, go stunning blow on the Houndmaster, his action gone. Another crit, he just keeps critting. It's not like he has command buff or anything, he has nothing. He has nothing vouching for him. How did he keep getting all these crits? Okay, Masochistic hits himself. Please, no. Okay, we're gonna click the save abomination. He's essentially dead, honestly, from the stress. 50-50. That is a godsend, but that is still gonna heal the other characters for 10, so that's the Houndmaster's HP back to a decent amount. And honestly, if it was only that Antiquarian, I'd still say I'd be screwed. But considering there's an Antiquarian and a Houndmaster, this is oh boy, this is bad, because the entire team is one Houndseri crit away from death, or one Antiquarian crit away from death, because he just got way too many crits. I mean, the Antiquarian has gotten like 3 crits in a row, not gonna lie. Houndmaster, same thing. It's gonna be another Festering Vapors, that is gonna be finally a death blow. That's potentially gonna be also extra stress out on top. No extra stress actually. Is going for healing here the play? No, not really, it's not gonna save us. Going for a death blow is the play. We need to do as much damage as possible to this doggy, and then we need to go for a stun on the Antiquarian. It doesn't pan out too well, because one stun, I mean, one Harry and the doggy is gone. I mean, the big doggy is gone, the abomination is gone, the good boy, he's gone. So, I mean, if I can just get that Flagellant Corpse, if I can survive this death blow, then maybe go healing. You know, go rally to the flame, I could potentially still take this match, but oh boy, I have to get lucky. He hasn't gotten a heart attack yet, so we don't have minus stress taken. That is kind of sad, but I did have to go for that absolution there. Please don't get a crit, or, you know, just don't act, just pass. Okay, that's definitely a good play by him. What we're gonna respond with is always what you would consider the best play, which obviously is a stun. We're gonna drop a stun on the Antiquarian. He does have Caltrops taking, so that means that these characters are taking essentially +2 damage from the stuns. That's kind of how you can see Caltrops if you want. You know, a stun is gonna do like, you know, 7 damage, and with the Caltrops it's doing 9, because once they click they take a little more. Thing is, a Harry right now, please not crits. Okay, that's not a crit. But it is a lot of stress. No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry, it's fine. Okay, I will die if I don't go rally to the flame. I can't have that happen. So I am gonna go for this. But the perfect situation here would be for him to get a crit Festering Vapors right now on the abomination, and both of them have heart attacks, and both of them go down to 175 stress. That isn't a crit. Okay, that's him gone. Okay, please do some stress back. Come on, Crusader, say something mean. He doesn't say something mean. Alright, that's the Abomination gone. The Crusader can't win this solo, especially with that extra stress. I can't win this solo. So GG, Mr. MeetUrDoom. Unfortunately, the WD was just unable to clutch it out. That bounty hunter died way too fast because, I mean, that's kind of what you should do when you're facing WD. Just kill the finishing character and the team just crumbles on itself. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the match and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.